What's up, crew? Welcome back to Libertalia Game Supply. Today we're going to take a look at a few combos that I've come up with for the Blue Eyes Horus deck list that I posted a couple of days ago. Now I have tweaked the list just a little bit to accommodate some of these combos, so the list is on the screen right now. Everything highlighted in red is stuff that wasn't in the list in the video and is in the list now. The changes in the extra deck mostly just had to do with trying to demonstrate some of the different options you had with the Spirit Dragon, especially being able to open up your extra deck options a little bit, and so you can kind of choose whatever you want there and make of that what you will. I would say that the most prevalent change that I've made was in the main deck, adding that fourth Horus monster. I know I said that its effect sucked, and I stand by that. Its effect still sucks on the field, but we're just going to play it as a fourth body to get a free level 8 on board. It's just really free, and so I couldn't pass that up, and so that's why that change was made. I just want to be super clear that the extra deck here can be whatever you want it to be. At a certain point I was working with like 27 different cards in the extra deck, and I just had to narrow it down, so everything you saw in the bottom list of the updated deck list was just stuff that I was potentially messing around with, and so all of that is stuff I thought could potentially work, and what's in there is just kind of what I decided on for this video. So get creative, play whatever makes you happy. And one last thing with all that out of the way, I want to thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. I feel like I've been chasing that for a while now, and to finally hit it felt great. So each and every one of you that have been here and are here now, I thank you so deeply, and let's get into it. So for our first two card combo here, our first Dictator and Sage combo, this will be the first of two that I'm going to show you here back to back. And this pair of cards was initially used to make the Halifibrax combo with Jet Synchron and some other stuff that you cannot play anymore. And so it's adapted now in this build to be able to make more use of Synchro monsters that are not banned. First off, we're going to go into a Chaos Angel. So we'll start off by normal summoning the Sage. Sage is going to get that search for the level 1 tuner on summon. We're going to grab the White Stone of Legend. It has to be White Stone of Legend to be a discard piece for the Dictator. This does not specifically mention Blue Eyes White Dragon, it just says Blue Eyes Monster. We'll grab that White Stone of Legend, and then we're going to use the Dictator's effect to send a Blue Eyes from the deck to the graveyard to special summon itself. Then we're going to use the Dictator's effect on the field to discard the White Stone to special summon the Blue Eyes from the graveyard. The White Stone's effect will activate, and we're going to get a Blue Eyes out of the deck to the hand. So now remember, in this context, having extra cards in your hand as discard fodder for like the King Sarcophagus is important, and so even beyond it being a Blue Eyes in your hand and a Blue Eyes deck, it's a card that can be discarded to dump a Horus monster to the graveyard. We're then going to use our Sage and our Blue Eyes on the field to make a Spirit Dragon. Throw it in defense mode, but it doesn't matter because it's not going to stay here long. We're going to use Spirit Dragon's effect to then summon a Golden Cloud Beast Malong. So Malong is kind of an important piece in this combo line here, especially going second, assuming they have something on the field for you to bounce. It gets you an extra removal. Now on summon, it can manipulate its level. It can go up to 7 or down to 5, meaning you can get a little bit creative with what monsters you're going to play in the extra deck to synchro summon with this. We're going to leave it at a 6 because we want the Chaos Angel. So then when we special summon the Chaos Angel, we don't have anything on the opponent's side of the field at the moment, but you would get the Banish from Chaos Angel. The Malong, when sent to the graveyard, gets a bounce, and then the Chaos Angel would have both light and dark material effects activated because the Malong is a light and the Dictator is a dark, and so you have a full power Chaos Angel and 2 removals off of that 2-card combo. Now the second version of this combo is going to start pretty much the same way. We'll normal summon the Sage, we'll search the White Stone of Legends, we're going to send the Blue Eyes to special summon the Dictator of D, and we'll set up kind of the same board that we had just set up for the previous combo. Now the only difference here is going to be that we're trying to make a rank 9 or 2 level 9 floodgates, and so I won't explain the whole combo a second time, you just watched it. We'll put all these same monsters on board here, and then we'll get our search. So now when we make our Spirit Dragon and tribute it, we're still going to grab the Malong, but this time we are going to use the Malong's level manipulation effect so that we can make our Cloud Castle. So we will activate on summon here, we will decrease by 1 so it's a 5, and then we can make Cloud Castle. So we'll make our Cloud Castle, on summon the Cloud Castle can summon the Spirit Dragon back, put that on the board. And so now you have an option to either sit here, because these are both kind of like mini floodgates, or make a rank 9. The floodgate effects that we're working with here is Cloud Castle can make anything level 8 or lower have summon sickness. Essentially, it can't attack until the following turn after it is normal or special summoned. And then with the Spirit Dragon on your opponent's turn, you would be able to use its effect again to tribute it to put something else on the board. But while it's sitting there, you can't special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. So no pendulum summons or no, like Torifun couldn't activate. And then once per turn, you have that negation of an effect that activates in the graveyard. So some good effects here that you can make use of might be worth it just sitting on these. If not, you can summon a 9. So the one that I've chosen is just the Enter Blathnir because it's kind of an older one and it's got a cool little hand rip effect that I wanted to make use of. But this could be anything else that's a generic 2 level 9 material monster, and that's kind of up to you if you wanted to go that route. And so now in this combo, you will still end up with that Malong bounce effect that you would have gotten when summoning the Chaos Angel in the previous one. The difference here is that you are either going to be able to go into the floodgates, or you can make the Enter Blathnir, and you still would get that banish, kind of like the Chaos Angel. You can detach one to banish a card on the field, or what I would probably do if I'm even going to go the route of summoning this versus the Chaos Angel is detach one to banish a random card from your opponent's hand. So it's a hand rip plus a bounce removal effect. So kind of cool little interactions there. But stay creative with this combo. You can kind of make it do whatever you want because of Malong's flexibility with its level. Now for our next 2-card combo here, we're going to have the King Sarcophagus and the White Stone of Legend in hand. Now, I know you're probably thinking this is ridiculous. It's 2 1-ofs that you're never going to open together, but we do play the 3 Umseti, which searches the Sark, and we do play the 3 Sage, which searches the White Stone. And so if you wanted to go this route, or you didn't have the Dictator in hand for the previous 2 combos, this will set you up with a Photon Lord, which, as stated by KCS in a previous video, will then be set up to intercept the Space Rock, and then you would hopefully have a lot more combo options out of the other 3 cards in your hand. So this one's pretty simple. We'll activate the Sarcophagus. Sarcophagus effect will activate. We'll discard the White Stone and then dump whatever you want. We'll drop the Umseti for now. White Stone's going to put another card in hand. And then that King Sarcophagus can just discard the one you added to dump another one. So a different one, not another Umseti. Now here you just special summon your 2 Horus monsters. 1 and 2, Umseti and Happy. You've only committed 2 summons. We'll make our Photon Lord here, number 90. And now your board is Nibiru proof for that turn. So not really a whole combo, but if you know you're going first game 2 and it's a deck that could side in the Nibiru, definitely want to play towards not getting Nibiru'd because that usually means you end up losing. So a little setup there for you. So for our 4th combo here, it's going to be a 2.5 card combo. We need the Umseti and we need the Awakening, and then just a blank card that we can discard. If it happens to be a good, like one of the stones, and it lets you plus more, awesome, but we don't need it to be. So we'll use that Melody of Awakening Dragons. We'll ditch our spare card. We'll grab a Blue Eyes and a Blue Eyes Alternative. We'll use that Blue Eyes Alternatives effect, reveal the Blue Eyes in hand, special summon it just to get a level 8 on board. Now if you're going first, you don't really have anything to banish with its effect, but if you are not going first, obviously use its effect and then overlay with it. We'll then use the Umseti. We're going to discard the Blue Eyes with the Umseti for the Sark, and then we will get the draw also. The draw is just going to be another Blue Eyes because this deck isn't shuffled, but obviously it'll be random, and what you draw here won't matter. It's all just going to be discard fodder. We're going to activate our Sark, and then we're going to use that Sark's effect to ditch the card we just drew to send a unique Horus monster to the graveyard. So we'll do the Monkey right now. We then will special summon the Umseti and the Monkey out of the graveyard to put 3 level 8s on board, setting us up for that Coach King. So we'll special summon our Coach King Giant Trainer to get our 3 draws, and those all 3 draws are also going to be discard cards. So what they are doesn't really matter. It doesn't contribute to the combo necessarily. It's going to be 3 monsters just because it is an unshuffled deck, so you're going to get the 2400 burn, but obviously that is not always going to be the case. So we'll use our 3 Coach King draws plus the burn to set us up with some nice stuff in hand. So now for the rest of this combo, you only need 2 more discards. So if you have like these 3, and there's one in particular you want to keep in your hand, keep it, whatever it is, for whatever reason. But the other 2 we'll just discard to send our other unique Horus monsters that I will not be able to pronounce the name of. We'll get them in there. So now you're left with 1 card that you drew off of Coach, whichever one you chose to keep, and then you're going to be able to special the other 2 Horus monsters that you just sent. We will then overlay those 2 to make our Draglubion, and then we'll use our Draglubion's effect to make a number exceeds dragon monster. So I'm playing number 100 and number 38. Which one you summon is kind of up to you. When you use the giant trainer effect, you can't attack, and we're going to assume this is going first, so we want that discard from the Hope Harbinger. But if you're going second and you did not use the giant trainer or whatever, it's pretty easy to make a really, really big Numeron dragon and just attack for game right there. So that's kind of like, we'll call it plan B. But now, end board, you have whatever you didn't discard off of the coach. We have a Sark on the field that just can continue to dump stuff to the graveyard, but you won't really need it all that much because now you have all of your Horus unique names in the graveyard or on the field. So one of them is attached to the Draglubion, and then in the graveyard here we have 1, 2, and 3 that you can just summon again next turn, which then would let you use the second effect of Sarcophagus. And then we also have the number 38 that can negate a spell card, which are usually your starter cards, so passing the turn you have that negate. And there you have it, 4 combos for Blue Eyes Horus. Hopefully you guys got a little something out of that. If you have other thoughts or other combos or other techs, leave them down below. I like to see it, other people like to see it. Let's just make this game great together. We are now just a couple weeks away from Age of Overlord, so all this great stuff's going to be coming out pretty soon here. I will be moving on to another deck. We'll see what I come up with. I don't know yet. But in the meantime, happy deck building. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.